I grew up in a small village in eastern Nigeria, surrounded by the sights and sounds of a traditional polygamous home. My father had built 2 huts, one for his first wife and her children on his right-hand side, and another for my mother and us on his left. As a child, I found the village fascinating, but also intimidating. The scary stories of ghosts, the tales of evil masquerades, and the unsettling atmosphere on Eke market days left me with a sense of unease. Yet, nothing could have prepared me for what I would encounter in the dark silence of our home. It began when I was just 7 years old. One night, after drifting off to sleep on my wooden bed, a hand shook me awake. I opened my eyes to find a woman sitting at the edge of my bed, gazing at me with an uncomfortable intensity. I muttered, "Mama," thinking it was my mother. But as the dim light from the burning coal and lantern outside illuminated her face, I realized it wasn't my mother. I watched in horror as the woman rose, walked calmly to the wall, and in an impossible act began to ascend it. She effortlessly climbed the wall on both hands and legs. She slipped through the small gap between the wall and the zinc roof, disappearing into the night. My body froze with fear, and though I wanted to scream, no sound came out. It wasn't until I heard my mother and siblings talking outside, finishing their dinner, that I found my voice. I let out a terrified cry, and my sister rushed in. But by then, the woman was gone. My sister's concerned face and sitting words couldn't calm the turmoil inside me. I couldn't shake off the feeling that the woman's gaze had left an indelible mark on me. As the hours passed, I became convinced that she would return. I begged my mother to let me sleep beside her, but she simply attributed my fear to a mere nightmare. Little did I know this was only the beginning. Some days later, the woman returned, this time in the dead of the night. I shared a bed with my siblings while my mother slept on her bed beside us. Again, a hand woke me, and I saw the woman sitting in the same spot, looking at me with a mixture of love and care. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to speak or move, as I watched her stand up and vanish through the roof once more. As the days passed, the visits continued, each one leaving me more bewildered and terrified. Some nights I would lie awake dreading her arrival, and I would see her come in as mysterious as she lives. She never said a word to me. She would simply sit, watch me with an expression I couldn't decipher. Was it love, pity, regret? I became very scared of even my own shadow. At night, I was afraid to move around the house alone. I would give anything to have a sibling follow me around. These encounters left me with more questions than answers. Who was this mysterious woman? Why did she visit me? And why, of all the people in the world, did she choose me? I wanted to ask my mother, but the fear and confusion silenced me. How could I explain what I didn't understand myself? I knew I was the only one seeing her. I knew she wasn't a figment of my imaginations. She was real, more real than the stories of spirits and masquerades. Even now, I wonder, who was the silent visitor of my childhood, and what was her purpose? Her presence remained a mystery. I know that my childhood experiences may seem strange to some, but I'm not alone in having encountered unexplained occurrences. Many of us have experienced mysterious events that have left a lasting impact. I'd love to hear from you. What puzzled you as a child? What still haunts you today? Share your own childhood mysteries, strange occurrences, or unexplained events in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to this channel.